Today is July 1st, 2023. Okay. Oh my God. The things that happened today. I was in Acme on North Main. Okay. And some guys walked in and they looked at me and said, nobody will say a word. We found out he made fun of everyone for falling for this. Some girls walked by me. Don't say a word to her. They found a tape of them admitting they photoshopped everything. I thought, where you been? They've been doing that for years. Bragging to everybody. Drugged and photoshopped everything. Years. The police departments already know. Okay? So then I go to another store. Some old bat walks in and then's mocking me about the threats on my life and da 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 da. Okay? Alright. Had people follow me, so I start telling them about how I went for a walk in Louisville, Meskers Park, the other morning. Some men are walking around. The guy that's running it was a real socialite, real life of the party, walking around. How he fooled all these people into helping out. And they all fell for his time. And that he got away with stealing everything from her. And and he was laughing it up with everybody in that party. And how he fooled all these people into helping out to steal everything she had. He got away with it. The other guy looked at him and said, you do realize what they did to her? He's like, I know, and I got away from her real quick. I don't want to hear about them raping me and them human trafficking me before under drugs and me covering with bruises, throwing up heart race and a personal infection, and how they photoshopped a shower scene and non-admissible stocking tapes. You do realize nobody ever reported anything bad about me. They made that up too. Because nobody knew about the shower scene. Okay. Well, Friday, I am up in Hartville. Some guy drives by and yells it. I heard that he made fun of all of us for fooling all of us for falling for this. Thought I know that voice. Where do I know it? Okay. Later on that day, about noon, I go to Hartville Kitchen, their pickup center for food, and a nurse walks in. Now they got cameras and audio. And said Karen's will found out he made fun of him, that he fooled them all into falling for his stuff before and to help out. And he was mocking everyone. Okay. Well, then I go work at another client's house in Akron. Some guy drives by. Eric, answer me. Eric, is this what's going on? And he's screaming. My one client's husband's like, what on earth is that about? Just ignore it. Okay, I go to leave when my shift is over. Guys are down the street. They see me. They turn around. They said it is what's going on. He did fool everybody with his tapes before, and they did tell on her before. And now they got tapes of them mocking him for falling for this. This is the biggest scam in the world. See, November 18, 22, Walmart 62, Eric comes in. All the tapes before were them and not me. It was my idea to come up with it, my idea to say it, my idea to do it, for all these people to turn on, and they fell for it. Okay, ID November 24, 22. The nurse at Mercy Medical to the Lady Canton officer, we all heard that Eric make fun of us for falling for this. Nobody better say a word to her again. I said, well, you know, the agent that bullied her into saying she was lying when she wasn't. Okay? April 15, 16, 23, Danny finally calls his dad, and his dad told him that he had hired some guy named Pete on his own, and it was only Pete up there taping me unaware and doing all those things. The drugging, the beating, the raping, the photoshopping, okay? That Pete had me framed at it. It's not admissible. It's the Fourth Amendment. I have a right to privacy in my own home. It's constitutional rights. All right? And he said that he had seen that agent up at that church, asking questions of the threats on her life, and he even talked to him before. Okay? All right. So where I try to tell that agent that he had, someone had told on me. He called me a liar. It was him. June 7th, 2023, Lighthouse Tabernacle. Katie's sister Jody and a bunch of them and their friends are in Walmart 62. FBI agent John fell for the tapes before. What on earth? Oh, come on now. That FBI agent fell for the tapes before. That was only a stunt. Come on now. John actually fell for it. That FBI agent actually fell for the stunt of the tapes before. You're kidding. He actually fell for it? Ha 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 ha! Is that what's going on? He fell for the stunt of the tapes before, and they were only a stunt. That's why they got away with it. Ha ha ha! Other departments already pulled it. The cult making fun of the FBI. Do they want God's wrath to come down upon them? And now the guy running it that was doing all this has been mocking everybody, how he fooled everybody, and run around, and everybody knows it clear to Akron and Hartsville and everywhere. How he fooled everybody. Now I want to know, how stupid are you? And then that's where it comes down to competency levels. How stupid are you? They told everybody March 2nd to the 3rd, 21, they put 2 clips together, put me in a porn. It wasn't me, it was them. Don't worry about me. They were going to make it seem dirty. And then March 13, 21, they had fake FBI badges. They got in the back of Altman Hospital and lied to Dr. Allen and Tina's on another scam. And then I go to use the bathroom. Okay? And that Eric's calling bad-mouthing me, and security calls me bad names, and I leave. And I reported it later. I go over to Mercy Medical. Lady comes in, no man was ever to touch her. Nurse comes in laughing with the guy. The only thing they had her on was adjusting herself. The guy said, "That's sick." She said, "No, it's really funny." She just simply wiped off some water with clothes on. They didn't have anything else. He said, "That's sick." She said, "No, it's funny. She just brushed off water with clothes on." They didn't have anything else. She had no wrong doing it, no wrong saying. Then all of a sudden, people are saying, they touched herself, you exposed yourself, you touched yourself, and it looked weird. That never happened. What? Brushing off water with clothes on is one thing. Anybody would do that. You spill something on yourself, you just wipe something off. It's a reaction. And then I thought, well, it's clips together, put me in a porn. It's my head on somebody else's body. It made my stomach bleed. So then I'm thinking, well, what would you be doing? If you touch yourself, you expose yourself, you're undressing. You touch yourself, it looks weird, but you're not. You'll be putting yeast infection cream on. Or did you undress and get in the shower, showering, washing up? Walked outside the smoke, she figured out what they did. Ha. May 12th, 22, Bubba's Restaurants. 4 6 men screaming at him. We told those boys, now this is funny. We found a tape of them admitting a shower scene in another room. May 26th, 22, at KFC, my phone's tapped. The shower scene was done on purpose. At the Oakland apartment, December 9, 21, 4 p.m., they told him that everything was drugged and photoshopped and it was just a bunch of men doing crimes down here. December 9, 21, white man bald with dark eyes distributing food at the Stark County Hunger Task Force on 9th Street. He actually worked the case. They always knew the tapes before were them and not me, so they never said a word. My client in Navarre, next door neighbor in the White House, they told her that retired Judge Pete drugged and photoshopped and made everything up on me. They all went to the Camp Police and investigators. Okay? March 24th, 22, 1:30, they admitted frame me 3 apartment building for me, tall white guy with brown hair. My car's bugged. Everybody heard, even in other towns. You framed her before? Yeah, we framed her before. Shame on you. I know, I wish we wouldn't have done it. Those people even raped her. Everybody heard. I can go into different towns. We all heard that bastard admit to framing you. Okay? January 1922, the Department of Disability, they told them I was drugged and told to say it before. February 2nd, 22, in front of a bunch of people, some young Latino guy said that he personally drugged me and told me to say it before. People ran in to Save-A-Lot out of their houses on 6th Street, yelling it to the postman. Postman's like, we all heard it. My client's like, this is crazy. I'm trying to ignore the whole situation. I'm like, who's crazy? He said, these people, they meant to drugging you and telling you to say it before, and they meant to rape you in front of people in stores. I'm like, stay out of it. I'll tell the police. Okay? All right. November 2nd or 3rd, an African American lady in Save-A-Lot told everybody that all the tapes before were them and not me, and that they made everything up on me and not to say a word. October 5th, 21, Huntington Bank. They were talking about my lying ex-daughter-in-law in that a call where they had the kids make up the mean game of pretend on Thanksgiving of 18. They got caught stating they wanted the house for Auntie Shaw and Papa, and then telling Flora they made everything up. They were games of pretend. Well, they're in there talking about we don't want Melissa getting no money out of this. So that's okay. They knew they made everything up. They didn't want anybody to help her. My one client's like, who's the crazy Melissa? They always talk about lying. I'm like, oh, the ex-daughter-in-law friends with ex's girlfriend made a bunch of mean games of pretend in front of the police. He's like, she's crazy. I said, I know she is. October 23rd, 2019, Flora, my other granddaughter that was playing with him, she ratted him out for lying. Of course, it never happened. Of course, it wasn't true. We made it up. They were games of pretend. Some Stark County sheriffs in uniform were laughing in May of 21 if Kurt just found out those kids were lying. He is slow. November 7th or 8th, 21, they were so tired of it. Investigators, they yelled it out in Walmart West House. They found all the kids lying in 2018. They did. They're documented me jokes. May 25th, 21, 6 p.m. Wendy's in Louisville. The crew was talking about the church people breaking in before, drugging me and telling me say weirdo stuff, how not funny it is. My one client I was with, he told my neighbors Jim and Brian that it was too dark for him. I taped Jim and Brian of knowing about being drugged and told to say stuff. 1295 Fairlawn, middle apartment. Lady yelled at him for doing it. She talked to several people in 21, 8, 9, 21, the apartment building for me, second close to the fence. Read it out. Dave, where he's getting sick on his drinks. Then a cop with a badge and a clipboard showed up. 4 or 5 neighbors told him I was drugged and told to say it before. Okay? There's a whole long list of a lot of people going to the police. Even out in North Canton, some guy said, we all know that they have been making fun of everybody for falling for it, and including the guy that was over this, that he fooled everybody. And we told the police they better take care of this. Okay? All right. This is the biggest scam in the world. There's a Fourth Amendment over the house. You have a right to privacy to be safe and secure in your own home. In your own person, your places, your papers, and effects against all unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. The Department of Justice looks at your home as a castle. It shall not be entered into. Police and agencies can only be in a home under threat of life with statements. It's called entrapment. No searches, no seizures without probable cause warranted. You have to have a court order. All right. And of the people, places, and things to be searched and seized. It's illegal to be in somebody's home. See, in the apostolic religion, men own their wives. They can tell them they can't go to church. They can do this, and they cheat on everything that walks. All right, well, they keep their wife all covered up, and a lot of them are doing open adultery. That's what those extreme religions do. They cover up their women, and then they cheat on everything that walks. That's how extreme occults work. But these people are in it with the drug traders that are human trafficking. The apostolic churches in this area are extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. And I'd like to know where these people think any of this is funny. Slavery was abolished in 1860. No man owns another man. Dave could not give retired Judge Pete in that drug cartel special permission to stalk me. He couldn't interfere in my life. Retired Judge Pete and those men couldn't interfere in my life. They can't follow me around taking pictures either. That's stalking and menacing. Definitely couldn't set up button cameras in my own home. They couldn't sell videos of me and Dave in bed and on porn sites, watch me in the shower and tape it. Dave's not my pimp, and photoshopping a shower scene is clicking and pasting. Anybody can do it. and then to wake up with bruises, throwing up, heart racing, almost passing out. Seen by Altman family physicians all summer long. No, a real bad headache. Nobody knew what was wrong with me. Here I'm being drugged, beaten, raped, and human trafficked out of my own house under drugs. And I guess told to say weirdo stuff. That's sick. Do you realize, where do people find this funny? None of this is funny, because he's cheating with Katie and a bunch of other women. And they just want to hurt me because that apostolic church wants to kill off the wife or destroy him. And these people are helping an extreme Jim Jones occult. Where is this funny? And that's where would that agent even fall for? That's where, how could you be that stupid? See, I think he did it to steal the money from the case, because he's not that stupid. Nobody's this stupid and has this low IQ. But people are running around falling for it. And it's just stupidity upon stupidity. My one friend said it's a scheme how to destroy people. You tell everybody the same lie, they all believe it to be true, and it's just a mean lie. See, they never say anything about having Terry's phone call of the church has taken up $25,000 to hire 2 men to murder me because Ron wants me dead because I got, well, the year his kid died, and it's Keith Bishop, Strange, and Ron. They have him nailed for hiring these people. That Dave said that Jack and him had a plan since March because I wouldn't give up everything willingly. That he had hired 2 men to kill me, and one to slit my throat, stab me in the heart, one to shoot me if I ran. I almost got shot in the head driving in the first 30 days. He wasn't lying. There's a shooting night by Christmas 18. They break in the old lady's apartment next door. I had to hide not to get killed. That's in protected custody. I have a dent in the back of my head where I went to the refrigerator on 12/21/18. I'm stabbed in the neck, bashed in the back of the head, beaten, raped, and left for dead. Retired Judge Pete's son, Alex, took credit for it. The white hair guy with his hair parted on the side. Dixie seen him, Darlene seen him, John seen him. They basically beat, drugged, and raped me and crushed my skull in protected custody, and that he got away with it. Reagan, he did the first week of January 19, that he did it on 12/21/18. Left me for dead. I was raped and tortured between July and September 19, and then human trafficked between May and June of 19. Where people think it's funny, this extreme religious occult doing this to a human being because my ex-husband is cheating, and that guy laughing how he stole all the money from the case. They need to put him in jail for racketeering. He stole over $300,000 from my case. None of this is funny. It takes a special kind of animal to the person that they swear to protect, that they feed him back to the animals that are trying to kill him. See, that's where I tried to tell that agent somebody told on me the night before to Apostolic Church of Barberton. He called me a liar. They said it was him November 6, 22 at Trinity Gospel. So investigators were in there, and they said Karen's okay anymore. We found the protected custody case. They're talking about the Lion, Ron group, and how dare he use this dead kid's name to help Dave cheat. How pathetic is he? And then all this other crap. And then they said, well, the agent that called her back was the one that told on her to that church before she called him back. Oh, my Lord. Everybody knows he told on me before I called him back. I had a 25 grand hit on my life, and more likely they paid him off. And I told her I had to tell him about the guy threatening to knife me at Giant Eagle. He's like, was there a camera above the bench when you heard his voice? I don't know. You don't know if there was a camera above that bench when he threatened to come up behind you and threaten to knife you? Oh, you better say you're lying, I'll arrest you. Now, was there a camera above that bench? I don't know. I got away from him. He tried to kidnap me before, and I tried to tell him that. He called me a liar. Terry let me tape her with her permission. She's seen him. He took my house manager, Melissa's niece. He killed my other co-worker, Lori, her family member, and had people show up in stores and mock her how they tied her up and cut her in pieces. He's a serial killer in this area. He's part of the human trafficking people. Yeah, that's how not funny who he let get away. When that guy threatened to knife me, I was already dizzy when I sat down on the bench. And for a second, when he threatened to knife me, I almost passed out. I had to catch my breath. I literally felt myself go faint like this, and then turn my cart in the bank and got in front of someone. Do you think with the guy that tried to kidnap me and try to carjack me, and Dave bragged to Dixie that he knew I was getting carjacked and he took off? Do you think I think it's funny that he called me a liar and that serial killer is still loose? People have said, do you realize who he let go? Had people looking for the what a shame guy, though. But he didn't want the guy that threatened to knife me. Why? Is he getting a kickback from the human traffickers? We're now 4th in the nation because John didn't stop him 5 years ago. I had over 200 drug traders and human traffickers around me. And now we're 4th in the nation. Little Ohio goes New York, Florida, Texas, Ohio. Not the sea bordering states, not bigger states. Little Ohio, because he let them get set up. Ohio's children are getting human trafficked because he didn't stop them. And these people make fun of me because they photoshopped a shower scene. Oh, yeah. And then, like, they have made everything up. This is the biggest scam. Biggest scam. Biggest scam. How would they even address it? See, the way it should have went, if they would have said, we've been taping Karen unaware, you can't stalk her. You're arrested. You can't interfere in her life. Huh? How you doing? Oh, we kicked in her door. Dave gave us special permission to stalk her. He's not my pimp. We've been sex trafficking videos of him and her in bed and her in the shower on porn sites. He didn't arrest him. He didn't arrest him for taping in the bathroom. That means they obtained and dispensed kiddie porn of my grandkids using the bathroom. He didn't arrest him. He didn't arrest him for human trafficking me, beat raping me, and drugging me, knowing they were getting drug confessions and photoshopped that shower scene. He knew they did that. And they personally mocked him for falling for their stunt. I don't believe anybody's that stupid. I don't. I think they paid him off. They called him in February 19 a paid off dirty agent. Because nobody's this stupid with any IQ. See, the apostolic men, they feel like they own the women, that the women have no rights. We live in the United States of America. Women have as many rights as men. They cannot hire men to stalk their wives, sell them on porn sites, have them break in, drug, beat, rape, and human traffic them under drugs, and drug them up and tell them to say something in their own home and use it against them. He can't interfere in my life at all. He wants to go whore around with all these women. Go whore. Divorce me and leave me out of it. Where do these people think it's funny? Where do they think it's funny? But then again, they made fun of my coworker Lori for her family member getting tied up and cut up in pieces and laughed in her face how they killed her. These people that are participating in this are morbid son of a bitches that wait till it happens to them. And with them mocking the FBI and the guy that's over this, mocking how he fooled everybody for falling for his stunts. And it was just stunts. It makes you wonder with Eric bragging and that guy yelling it out, where somebody said it was Pete and his men, his drug cartel, the human traffickers doing this. That's where another guy said he knew somebody who dealt drugs. Went to him, said all the drug dealers know that you didn't know. And they tried to say that the agent was in debt to him. That's why he pulled a snot. And that he let him hurt me in front of people till he came up with enough money to pay him back. And then they took up enough money to do another drug shipment. And it's a drug scam from the drug dealers out of this area. And that Jim Jones had called the Apostolic Religion. Those 3 churches are all intermarried and all related because Strange was so mean to so many people, they branched out into other churches. They made up everything on me. They just lie and lie. Nobody ever reported anything bad on me. Because nobody knew about the shower scene. I confronted Danny and Jen on Christmas Eve. I said, did you know where they kicked on our door on the 6th day while we were out? Yes. Did you know they set up cameras stalking me? No. I said, did you know where I had the giant bruises everywhere, almost passed out? Yeah, I knew about that. And I said, did you know they were date rape, drugging me, and beating me under drugs? No. I said, did you know with amnesia drugs they were supposed to tell me I was some kind of weirdo before? No. I said, did you know they photoshopped a shower scene in the other room? No. We thought you were working too hard and bruised too easy. See, that's what my doctor thought. Gave me iron pills. Nobody thought I was being violated in my own home. Nobody knew. Because it was Dave having that drug cartel hurt me. And that a call. And it was just a cheap stunt of them having fun with me. And they supposed to fool that agent. I don't believe they fooled him. I think he's pure evil. Because nobody's that stupid. Because like a local, well, one of my friends that is sheriff out of this area, your local police low. They should have arrested that agent the first day and that retired judge. They can't do any of this. I'm going to go ahead and upload this.